told scores of party members and supporters outside the Sammy Marks Square that the two motions of no confidence that the ANC and EFF have brought to the council will fail. For more on this story, we cross live to our reporter, Patricia Visagie, who's standing by for us in Pretoria. Patricia, what's the latest there? We know that we're waiting for that motion of no confidence to go ahead.
Well, good afternoon. As you can see, of course, a hype of activity that's taking place here outside the Tshwane chambers. Perhaps a lot of political party members that have gathered here in their numbers to, of course, hear the outcome of the vote of no confidence that will start shortly inside of the chambers. Just to speak to some of the visuals that you see right here behind me, you can see there is what seems like a ceremony that is taking place from ANC members. Of course, in that circle, a lot of traditional leaders that are performing some sort of a ritual to, of course, try and give power to the ANC ahead of the motion of no confidence that the party is expected to table inside. You can also see a lot of fighters that are gathered, and on the other side you've got DA members that are also gathered. So it is really a buzz of activity right here inside. Now, we have just learned that the first motion of no confidence will take place shortly. So let's speak to one of the ANC members, just in short, tell us what is currently happening and what can we expect.
Well, we just concluded the first part of council, ordinary council. We are now going to enter into the second part of council, which is the motion of no confidence that has been passed against the mayor. Well, the mayor will go. The motion will succeed. You have seen that we are joined even by the Freedom Front Plus, and the coalition of the DA is made up of the Freedom Front Plus, which has 4 councillors, and COPE. So they've remained with COPE now. So all the other parties in council are agreeing on the motion, which is the EFF, the ANC, the PAC, Freedom Front Plus, and that's why you witness scenes of great jubilation. People from different walks of life, different political parties. These are people who were living under a municipality that was collapsing. So they are happy that at least the parties in council are doing something about it, and that's why we're seeing scenes reminiscent of 1994.
Now, the average men and women, the citizens, the residents of Tshwane have never been in chambers. So if you had to break down to them, how exactly will the motion of no confidence work? How does the process unfold?
What happens is that parties write to the speaker, right? They write to the speaker a motion to say we are passing a motion of no confidence on this particular person. The speaker then acknowledges it. Then he calls a multi-party meeting where all parties are represented in what we call a programming meeting. Then they agree the motion will be tabulated on this day at this time. Then that has been done. So when you enter into the chambers, the speaker will say, I have received the motion. I have met with all other political parties that are represented in council, and therefore this motion as it is, it needs this number of votes. Then that's when the voting will happen.
Okay. Now, the ANC is tabling a motion. The EFF is tabling a motion as well. It's 2 motions of no confidence. Who is going to table first? Who's expected to table their motion first?
For us, that doesn't really matter. It's the same motion. If the EFF motion comes first, we'll support it. If the ANC motion comes first in our deliberations with the EFF, they will support it. It's the same motion. It's not a matter of grandstanding or trying to actually score cheap political points. It's a matter of the livelihood of people who have been fired from their jobs. It's a matter of people who actually are qualified, are educated, have the expertise, but the city has been opting for bouncers and white people who are unqualified and who are without skills.
All right, thank you so much. Of course, Lesego Makubela here in Tshwane speaking for the ANC. You can see that, as I said, a lot of people are gathered here. We're just going to pan the camera, just you can see all the voices that are gathered here. We are at, of course, Sammy Marks Square, just outside of the Tshwane chambers. Now, the councillors are locked in chambers. The motion of no confidence will take place any minute from now, and the voting, of course, will then thereafter start, and we'll see what happens. Will Mayor Mmusi Maimane survive this political battle that he is currently facing here in the capital city? For now,
Thanks very much, Patricia. That's the million-dollar question. Will he survive? We'll wait and see.